Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to the Prologue world for episode 69. Ooh-wee. I think that means that it's supposed to be a sexy episode because it's 69. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to disappoint you a little bit because I'm afraid it's going to be extremely unsexy. I'm going to be doing some extremely unarousing things today. I'm going to start off with breaking rocks. Yeah, I'm going to need to go up to the mountain and break some rocks because I need iron. I'm out of iron. I need iron for the capstone for the obelisk. So, I mean, I guess there's some penetration involved in breaking down of rocks. I guess there might be some kind of I don't know. There's a kink for everything. I guess if you're into that sort of thing, if you're into breaking rocks, I think I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's like an innocent fetish. It's not like an obscene fetish that involves some kind of morbid things. No, you're just breaking rocks, right? There's nobody's gonna mind that. It's not gonna, it's probably not gonna be overly controversial if you're into that. But that's basically what I need to do next. And and then I'm gonna be building a tunnel towards the obelisk, the second death obelisk. That needs to happen. Do I have everything I need for the rocks? I guess I do. I have like 3 pickaxes. I don't really need a lot of pickaxes. I guess I'm good to go. But do I need to eat? I do need to eat. All right. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go for it because I don't think I need anything else from here. I can just go ahead and make my way over to the mountain, to Mount Patience. I gotta revisit the mountain today to exploit its rich resources. So I need to resupply on the iron. I don't want a whole lot of iron. What's that? There he is. Hello, buddy. He wanted to join me on my adventure. But no, I do not take undead travelers along with me on my journeys. I gotta stay alive and all. I really need to not die a third time before I complete the obelisk for the second death obelisk. Then I would just be getting lapped, essentially, which would just be terrible. It takes such a it's a bit of a constraint. Like, you do end up spending a good amount of time building these obelisks, especially like if I die in the overworld. That's what I end up doing. I end up building an obelisk. If you die in the caves, then when I die in the caves, it's like a lot easier because then I don't feel pressured. I don't feel like I have to make a whole obelisk for that. Then I just build a little monument inside of the caves, and it's like way smaller. It doesn't take nearly as much to build a little monument inside of the caves. That's what I did for the 300-day world tour of the generic world. If you want to see how that would, I mean, it was just like a small little pole inside of the cave, so it wasn't nearly as time consuming to do that. But since I died above ground, I feel like I have to build a whole obelisk for that to commemorate that. Since it happened above ground, it needs to be something that stands out for some reason. This is how I feel. I'm not sure. It's not entirely logical. I don't do logical things on this channel. We're proudly ignorant. At least I'm proudly. I guess I shouldn't generalize to my audience. If you're watching if you're subscribed, then you're officially part of the proudly ignorant community. So I guess in that sense, I suppose you might also be of the proudly ignorant persuasion then. So it might be accurate to say that yes, my audience is also proudly ignorant. But I need to go over what that means too. I need to get into that. I need to make an episode devoted to that because that's a topic. That's a big topic. I need to talk about what it means to be proudly ignorant because I kind of covered that topic, I think, in the mundane world in some of the original episodes, which I delisted those, by the way. I delisted the mundane world, and I delisted the nameless world and the uncertain world. I'm not even sure if I'm ever coming back to the uncertain world. I mean, ever is a harsh word. I don't know about ever. Like, it might be that I might come back to those worlds a long time from now, like 5 years from now or something like that. It might be cool to sort of revisit an old world. Hello, pig. You're kind of utterly in the way over here. Can't you tell I'm trying to do so? I'm trying to get behind you over here. Can't you tell? Don't you have any fear of humans, of humanoid? Thank you. Of humanoid beings in this world? Doesn't that mean don't I seem dangerous to you? Because I have an axe. I have an axe on me. Pig's like, no, I don't care. That is a fearless pig. Absolutely fearless. But anyways, I don't really need to dig a whole lot further down here. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. I guess just to level, just for it to look right. This just doesn't look right. I don't like when there's just an obvious like hole in a wall. Okay, I want a full stack of iron. If I'm out here doing this, I want a full stack. This is kind of a really cheap way of getting iron, by the way. Like I've been blessed by the spirit of Minecraft in this world, in which I spawned right next to this glorious mountain that I've completely neglected. I haven't built anything up here yet, which is sad. I really was intending to. That was originally that's been the plan all along, to eventually make my way over to the mountain and actually do something with the mountain, build in the mountain. But I got carried away building a starter house, and then I got carried away building the cow farm, the Minehead farmhouse. That took 100 days, and now I'm getting carried away building a death obelisk because I died a second time. Which is very unfortunate. I'm very that was just absolutely disastrous. I was really hoping I wasn't gonna die again like that, but now I gotta not die a third time. That's the challenge. That's what I gotta do. I gotta at least not die a third time before I finish building the second death obelisk. That would just be the worst. That would just be so completely unacceptable to me. I'm not sure what I would do in that scenario. I would just be very upset. Nothing terrible would happen. I don't think I would. I think I actually would continue playing anyways. And I would just keep talking to you guys about how devastated I am. I would just make I would make some sobful episodes talking about how sad and angry I am at having died again, for a third time in short duration. I think I'll be all right, though. I don't think that's going to happen. You guys can make your bets if I'm going to survive to day 300. That's the next challenge. If provided that I make it, to complete the second death obelisk before dying a third time. I guess that's the immediate challenge. Anyways, I really was meaning to. I had a topic in mind for today. I wanted to talk to you guys about the problem of divine hiddenness, because I have been thinking about this a good bunch recently, and it's kind of fitting, anyways. It's a fitting topic for that, because I talked about the other big problem with religion in my video of the first death obelisk. When I was building the first death obelisk, I talked about the problem of evil and how that's kind of a major blind spot for religion. Aren't very convincing, aren't very compelling. Ooh, wow, we're opening up right into the clouds over here. There aren't very compelling arguments for how we're supposed to overlook that problem. That it does seem like the level of the astonishing level of obscenity and what's the word? Atrocity. The atrocities that happen on Earth are difficult to it's hard for us to think of those as worthwhile, as like, well, it was all worth it because this is what it takes to learn the lessons that we need to learn from life, to learn non-transactional compassion, right? Isn't that what this is supposed to be about? It's supposed to be about learning how to be compassionate and not expect anything in return. I think that's like one of the explanations for that from a religion. I mean, that's like a speculative. They don't have answers that they can really be confident in. They have their theories. There's religious scholars think about this stuff and have some answers, some ideas for how to answer that question, but I don't think they're very compelling ideas. And the other big problem is the problem of divine hiddenness. The problem of if there is a God, why didn't he make it obvious? Why is it hard for us to believe that there is a God, considering that there is just absolutely no way to verify that with absolute certainty? You would think that an almighty God that wants to be worshipped, that would like us to know that he's definitely real, would want it to be obvious that he's real. And it's very strange that there is no way to definitively, without a shadow of a doubt, prove that there is indeed such a God out there. And to me, the problem of divine hiddenness, it kind of extends beyond the question of whether or not there's a God, because there's also this spirituality goes beyond religion, right? Because you don't have to be religious to be spiritual. There's also a vast amount of non-religious, New Ageian type of doctrines out there that a lot of people do find more compelling than your typical religious, than your Catholicism and Christianity. And oh man, I don't have any freaking fence on me. That's ridiculous. I hate that. I hate not having fence on me. I didn't notice. I didn't know. I thought I had fence on me. I forgot that that's a thing that I need to make for my. I need more fence. I'm almost there. I'm getting close to. I'm almost at. I almost have my full stack of iron. There's plenty more iron too. We're nowhere near utilizing all of the iron up here. I don't really intend to. I'm not here to collect all of the iron. I just wanted like one full stack so that I can continue. So that I can continue doing what I'm doing. Because I really just want to complete the second death obelisk. That's kind of my first priority. And then after that, I want to complete the cow farm. And then after that, I'm gonna try to. I'm thinking to go back to the caves, because I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need to get some diamonds and some. I need diamonds. I need to get obsidian, and at least like 5 diamonds to get me started with enchanting. So I'm gonna need to. That's kind of a bigger priority for me than collecting lots of iron, because my first enchantment priority is the fortune pick, because then with a fortune pick you get like a fortune 3 pick, then you can collect all of your resources like literally twice as fast. I think you end up with twice as much bang for your buck. All right, I think that's it. I think we do have more than 64 now. I guess I'll collect like a little bit more to round it off. I think I actually have a few, like 4 raw iron in the chests. So I think I just need like a little bit. I just want to mine out like one more vein of iron. Let's go over here and dig this one out. Ooh-wee, danger zone over here. All right, this is going to be enough for me for the time being. So yeah, the problem of divine hiddenness, it extends beyond God's divine hiddenness, because there's also, even if you are like a traditional religious person, you must believe that if you believe that there's an afterlife, you must believe that there is some kind of a physics to that afterlife, that it exists somewhere. Perhaps in some other dimensions or something like that, but it must be that there's a way to interact for that world to interact with the physical reality that we find ourselves in, right? There must be some kind of, because if you think about it, if there's a way for us to breach that boundary and make it to the afterlife in some kind of way after we die, well, that means that there is some kind of a gateway to it. It must mean that there is some kind of a physical means, or not, a supernatural means. But I mean, it involves physics. There must be some kind of physics to the supernature. It's supernatural to us because we don't understand it. But in reality, like if it is true, let's get this one too while we're here. If it is true, then there has to be physics involved, right? And if there's physics involved, well, that means that there's spirits, if we persist beyond death, that means that there's spirits, there are conscious beings, disembodied consciousnesses that are in this other realm, And for some reason, just like with God, all of those spirits also do not make the effort, do not bother to show themselves to us. They do not bother trying to make it obvious to us that they exist. And that's kind of adds to the mystery of it adds to, for me, that's part of it. That's part of the divine hiddenness problem. You're not talking just about whether or not God exists, whether or not the Christian God exists on account of, because it's already hard enough to make that case now that you recognize that, well, it's kind of weird that we don't see anything. We don't have, that God hasn't left us, hasn't given us a sliver of like anything to give ourselves a reassurance about him, about his. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going further there. I don't want to fight anything off right now. I just wanted to light it up a little bit since I'm here, just to make it a little bit safer, going up the mountain in this direction. And that's all. I got all the iron I need now. Plenty of iron now. Let's get out of here. This should not be challenging, guys. This it is strange that I don't really have. Well, there isn't really a convenient pathway from that side of the mountain, is there? I haven't spent any time at all yet up here in these places. No time at all. I really need to do that eventually. But yeah, divine hiddenness. So for me, it goes beyond the problem of God's divine hiddenness, because even in the New Age worldview, even if you consider the possibility that our religions mislead us, which is what I believe. I think that I'm of the persuasion that there is something supernatural happening, but that our religions are not really on the right track. That all of the religions in the world we currently have are not really leading us to accurate answers to what is actually going on. And I think that the New Age traditions, and perhaps some of the Eastern traditions, perhaps like Taoism, is on the right track. I do feel like on an intuitive level, I feel like perhaps Taoism or Buddhism might be onto something. But besides for that, I'm very reluctant to consider the religions that we currently have, to consider them to be good options for what to subscribe to as far as my belief system. So I end up, just I don't want to. This isn't an episode about what my belief system currently is. I'm charitably agnostic, but I'm just trying to say that even from a non-religious perspective, even if you believe in supernature, to any extent, in any capacity, you run into this problem of divine hiddenness, because then it's kind of just like the Fermi paradox. It's like the Fermi paradox of spirituality. I need to use up these sticks for the fence. I do need to make more fence. I think I have the iron. If I had more iron, it would be in this chest. I do not have any iron at all. At all? Nope, that's the farming chest. Nope, not at all. I just have some nuggets. A few iron nuggets. Okay, well, in that case, I guess I just need a, there we go. I'll just leave 5. I just want a nice stack, an easy stack for that. And then this is a smoker. That's not for, that won't smelt. That's not a smelter. That's for the cow meat. That's okay. This is not, I guess I can smelt it in this furnace. Well, I have 6 furnaces upstairs in the chimney. I'm over here though. I'm just gonna roll with go with where I'm at the time. All right, I need to make more fence. While everything's burning, let's make more fence. I do have plenty of wood. Yeah, let's make more fence. So yeah, the problem of divine hiddenness, goes far beyond. I'm gonna make tons of fence. I'm gonna have more fence, enough fence to last me until into the next. There we go. That should be good. To last me for a good while. I'm gonna have enough fence that I can stash it. I can stash the fence for later within my backup storage chests. Within these, well, they're not backup storage. It's just non-bad. What am I saying? What are they? It's just regular storage. It's not. It's just this is the what is this called? This thing. This is the building material storage chest. Yeah, that's what it's called. I guess I can just bring all of this stuff along like that. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna make a couple of sticks. Let's just make a couple of sticks there, and then I don't have to stash planks in my building chest. All right, this extra fence though, I do want to stash the extra fence in here. I don't need to carry all of that around with me. Then the gravel, that's what it's called, the gravel and the flint can go in here. The rotten flesh can go in here. The stone, oh yeah, I need the stone. Oh, there it is. That's where I've been keeping my iron in here. In these chests. Well, that's you know what? This is. I should keep them in that. That's a good spot for them. That's exactly where I should be keeping them because yeah, I use them. This is my like frequently used materials and drops. So yeah, the iron should actually be in here. That's perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. I guess I'll throw this into that other furnace. Make some more iron. All right. Well, that's gonna give me enough iron now to make that the capstone, and then I can go try maybe I'll finish at least get the obelisk itself finished today. So yeah, the problem of divine hiddenness, it's the Fermi paradox of spirituality. There we go. That's all I need. That's what I needed that iron for. I really just needed like a few more pieces of iron so that I can smelt, so that I can make a block of iron for the capstone. That's the entire reason I did that, because I didn't have. Well, it's good to have spare iron because you sometimes it's good to have enough to like make an extra suit of armor, in case, because your armor's gonna wear out eventually. Then you're gonna need another suit of armor. I don't need all this cobblestone on me. I can drop that off in the chests too. But for now, let's just pause for a second and watch the beautiful sunset over here. Beautiful. And the moonrise. And we get to walk over here to the other side of this house and watch the beautiful moonrise. Well, it's a bit awkward because you're standing right at the top of the stairs. The moonrise view. Well, I guess from over here, it's a pretty good view. It's not bad. I really shouldn't be complaining about something like that. It's good. It's good enough. It's perfectly, sufficiently good enough, I would say. This is fine. Very good. Very good. All right, let's sleep. Let's go to bed. Sleep in our ridiculously oversized, king-sized bed. All right, obelisk. Let's go and actually build the obelisk now. As I conclude my thoughts on this, and then I need to end the episode, bring it to an acceptable completion. Do I have... Yeah, I have everything I need. Oh, yeah, I wanted to drop off the stacks of cobble in here. Okay. Okay, and I do need more torches. I guess I should have some charcoal on me. Let's bring some more charcoal. I don't like to not have any charcoal on me at all. That's right. The charcoal would be in this chest, right? This is where my backup charcoal would be. I need to make more charcoal now. Already out of more, we need to, already out of backup charcoal. All right, well, I'm going to do that once I get back here. We're good to go. Let's go build the obelisk. So that needs to happen. I would really like for that to happen today, because that's what the title of this episode is going to be. The second death obelisk. And the problem of divine hiddenness. The problem, it's kind of like the Fermi paradox, because how is it? The problem is, if there's all these spirits, all of these souls in the spirit world, why aren't any of them, let alone God making himself obvious, why aren't any of the spirits from the spirit world making themselves obvious? I mean, people talk about ghosts, about hauntings, about their interactions with their dead relatives, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing that we can confirm beyond the shadow of doubt. There's nothing reproducible, and there's no way for us to be certain. There's no certainty on the matter, and that's a problem, a very, very big problem. 2, 3, 4, 5, Let's put a torch up there, and that kind of completes this area. Well, once the tree grows, it'll be kind of basically completed. This is basically all I wanted from there. And then I'll probably end up building stairs as well at some point. I just, for some reason, thought that the tunnel is going to be the quickest way of going, because I just want to get this done. I don't like it how I'm getting carried out. I'm having to take like 3 or 4 episodes just on the Death Obelisk, because it's not really that big of a. I mean, it's kind of a sidetrack. I'm getting sidetracked over here doing this. Oh crap! I don't have my index card for the Death. Oh, I have a separate index card for the Death Obelisk to let me know what day precisely did I die. These need to shift over. There's that. Or because I wanted this one to line up. Maybe they just need to be two spaces apart. Yeah, there we go. And then everything kind of fits. And they fit better. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's kind of nice. Oops, there we go. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to do. So yeah, it's like the Fermi paradox, because you end up with. Okay, I need to find that freaking index card real quick. I think it's within easy access. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I found it. I got it. I just need to know. Yeah, it happened on the 30th, because I wanted the day that it happened to be on the sign, because I think that's what I did with that one, on the signs with that one. Happened on the 30th of January. That's when I recorded that's when I died, right here on the spot. And the coordinates, I need to also jot down the coordinates, because I want the coordinates to also be on the sign. We're at 292.29. 292.29. I just need to write that in. Yeah, so we're in that's the southeast. All right, sorry guys, sorry. This is nothing happening right now on the screen. It's because I had to write something down. All right, here we go. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Now I can. Day 178. Do I have that written? I need everything from the sign, because I need to break down the sign. Is what needs to happen. All right, let's break down the sign, and then the obelisk itself. It's gonna start from the. I guess I shouldn't be going straight down. It's going to start down from here. I kind of want this extended out a little bit over here. Yeah, the dirt. All right. Yeah, I just wanted it to start at the stone, just for it to feel sturdy. Okay. I need it to. If it's going to be made out of stone, it needs to start off being on the stone, and then 75. So 75 is right here. That's where the first torch is, along there. Oh, 70. That's actually along 70. We're already above that. So the next tier for the torches is 95 blocks up in the air. So yeah, I'm gonna need I'm gonna take the shield off just so that it's not obstructing the view, because I need to watch the numbers. So I have to leave the F3 on. I have to leave my interface on for now. All right, we're good to go. Let's go all the way up from here to 120, 123, and then the iron. I don't have a lantern. I'm so glad I remembered that. I forgot to bring a lantern with me. I have to have a lantern. Oh man, well, I'm glad I remembered that. I'm sorry, guys. I have to run back. I'll try to be quick. I have to run back and get a lantern. This is the path that I should be taking. By the way, this is where I should have just built some stairs from over here. I did not think of that. Dude, that might be easier to do than building a freaking tunnel. That just didn't occur to me to try to do that. Well, and there's no, that's not a very good idea, because down there's I don't want to get carried away doing that. I'm just gonna stick with the plan for now and just build a tunnel there. Horse, hello. Ah, man. Yeah, I forgot to get that another lantern. I have to have the lantern up there. It goes on the very top. So yeah, let's try to get back to Enderman. I think this happens from the Endermen picking up these dirt blocks. That's why you end up with these gaps here and there. And this farm is ready to be harvested. But that's not what we're doing right now. We're going all the way back to pick up one thing that I forgot, like a moron. Forgot one thing, so there it is. I only have the one lantern, too. That's all I need. Okay, now I'm going to run all the way back. At least it's not like very far. It's not a far distance. So yeah, I consider the divine hiddenness problem to be akin to the Fermi paradox, because you would think that at least one of those, there must be billions upon billions, trillions of spirits, if we are to consider that to be true, to go along with the thought experiment and imagine that yes, the spirit world is true, that some kind of, perhaps our religions are wrong, but perhaps some kind of supernature exists, is real, and the reality of the afterlife is a reality. There is an afterlife, and we're getting an after death. We're going to be, well, that means that there would be trillions upon trillions of spirits in this other reality, and they would be, and the alien spirits too. That means that there must be some kind of an extra physical universe out there. All right, I gotta focus on what I'm doing. I need to make it up to 95 is where the torch brim. Oh man, we're close to sunset. Well, I don't want to get started building this when we're close to sunset, because I don't want to get stuck out here at night. That's dangerous. And I also need to create a place down here where I can jump down to. I forgot to do that too. Almost forgot. But yeah, I need this to happen, because I need to be able to. I need a good escape route from the top. Oof. All right. Well, we're all set now, except that I want to wait for the sunset now, because I don't want to be stuck up there in the middle of the night. That's not a good place to be in the middle of the night. Because then I can't go back down safely. I can jump down, but then might be creepers and such, and baby zombies and such down here, and skeletons. Skeletons are also dangerous. I recently I died to skeletons in the amethyst world. I can't believe that. Still coping with that. But back to the conversation. So yeah, it's like the Fermi paradox, because it's strange that from among the trillions of spirits that must be out there, if it's all true, none of them have made the effort to make themselves obviously apparent to us beyond the shadow of doubt. Because you would think that if you were a spirit and you were out there and you made it to the afterlife, you would think that it would be really cool if these humans knew for sure that the afterlife awaits them, that what they see is not all there is. And why don't I show it to them? You would think that there would be a spirit out there that would be inclined to reveal themselves to us in some kind of capacity. Excuse me. So it's very strange to me that that's not a thing. Now, you have to imagine that there must be some kind of a mechanism that keeps us shielded, that some kind of an iron wall. The iron wall of nature, the supernatural iron wall. And that might be the case, but that's kind of what makes it a very extraordinary claim, because that's what you have to imagine must be the case, that there's some kind of an iron wall phenomenon where the spirits aren't allowed to interface with us, or for some reason they all is it the case that they all agree with each other, that they all trillions of them all agree that they shouldn't be interacting with us just to ensure that we don't know for sure, that we don't have that confirmation, that humans don't have the reassurance that the afterlife exists. I mean, perhaps, but it's very hard to imagine that all of them are in agreement that this is what's for the best, that human beings need to be left in the dark, and all trillions of all of the spirits out there, just like the aliens, must agree to this, must be in some kind of either agreement, or there is a very effective iron wall effect where even if they don't agree with that, if they want to interact with us, well, they can't, because God or whatever is the superior supernatural force out there that is in charge of these things, of these that is in charge of these of this of kind of phenomenon of the exposure of the potential, that's in charge of preventing humanity from knowing for sure that something mystical is real, is out there. Perhaps there is some kind of an authority that kind of safeguards us, that safeguards our ignorance, that wants to. Perhaps there is some kind of utility, some kind of a reason why we must be kept in the dark, and it's such a strong reason. Perhaps because our experience wouldn't be as valuable if we knew for sure. Perhaps the what we gain out of it is what we gain out of the experience is much more valuable. 120. That's it. That's where these need to go. That's where this other brim of torches needs to go. Around here. We're almost there. Almost to the top. All right. So yeah, perhaps that we just wouldn't be gaining the lessons that we learn from life wouldn't be as impactful, as powerful, if we knew for sure. If we could just take it for granted that we're going to be bailed out by the supernatural forces. So that perhaps that it's an artificial, it's kind of, the point is to perhaps to maintain the artificial, I think that's it, right? Here, I'm going to fly over there real quick. Ooh-wee! Look at me, I'm on top of the world. I'm very high up. It's a very scary spot to be in. I just wanted to fly over here just to confirm that I'm doing this right. That there's 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 blocks of stone leading up to the pillar. Is that right? Is this 3 blocks? It's kind of hard to tell, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's actually 4 blocks, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 blocks. Yeah, that's 4 blocks. Okay, I guess the iron block is at, what, 125 then? That's 19. Well, I was standing at 120. So yeah, I got the torches right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the iron block is at 125. I wish I see. I can't actually. You can't. It won't let you highlight the blocks to make it easy to count. See, I thought that I was at 124. If I remembered it right, but I don't remember. I had it. I looked at the video of when I was building this to see how that was done, and I thought there were only 3 blocks over here, but it looks like there are 4. And it's with the textures don't align anymore. You can't easily count by the textures either. It's hard to tell how many blocks. Is that 3 blocks? Yeah, because if I'm at the level where I'm looking at it, it's at 123, and this is at 119. So if this is at 123, that means that I would be standing on top of 124 when placing that block. So that must mean that there's only 3. This is only 3 blocks. It looks like 4 blocks, doesn't it? God damn it. It's so freaking hard to tell. I hate that. Ooh. Well, yeah, I guess that's as far as it needs to be. And then we're going to be on top of 124 once we place the block of iron. I guess that's it. I guess there we go. I guess this is right. Does that look exactly like the other obelisk? Doesn't that look like it's fewer than... Well, that looks clearly like only 3 blocks. Because over here, that looks like 4 blocks. Now, that's 3 blocks. It's 3 blocks. I'm overthinking this. Well, no, I want this to be right. Now it looks right. Now it looks like it is only 3 blocks. Okay, I mean, I'm just really tripping over here. I'm tripping out about this. It just needs to be perfect. Because if it's not, I'm gonna have to come back up here and redo it. Because I'm that compulsive about it. Man, I don't have any dirt on me. That's right. I used up all of the dirt. Stupidly. That was stupid of me. That's okay. I just need like one block over here. Yeah, this is where the water is. Let's place it down here. I guess I'm going to need actually more than one block, aren't I? Because I'm going to need to get up on top of the fence. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 fence posts, right? Right? Or is that actually 4 fence? God damn it! I'm so sorry about this, guys. I should have done my enough prep work to do this. That looks like 4 fence posts, doesn't it? That looks like 4 fence posts. It's so frustrating that I don't actually have this figured out before. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like 5 fence posts. 3, 4, 5. That's 5 fence posts, guys. Whew, well, I'm glad I looked. It was worth it to look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I need 5 fence posts. 4, 5, and then up here I can place the lantern. All right, and then I'm gonna have to take a little bit of fall down. Well, let's just pause up here for a second and look around to take advantage of this opportunity, because we don't always find ourselves this high up in the air. I guess that it's kind of in line with where the house is. The top of the roof is taller than these obelisks are, which is remarkable. We're at 129. So, I mean, 130, block 130. Our head is up at block 130. Whew, beautiful sight up here. Amazing. All right, well, that's enough of that. Should I get a good selfie of myself standing up here? This is a good thumbnail, right? I think that's gonna make a good thumbnail. All right. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here and not die on our way. Ow. And we're done. And then I'm gonna land right inside of the water, right underneath me. I'm gonna be perfectly safe. This is entirely safe to do. It's gonna be no problem. I'm gonna be perfectly safe. All right. Whee! Oh yeah. I made it. I made it alive. Yeah. Okay. Now I can. Oh, I don't have the freaking dirt to fill this back up. That's annoying. And I'm about to get a bunch of dirt just from shoveling the. You know, I got to shovel dirt to make the tunnel happen. I guess the tunnel's happening next episode, because we're already. I already need to close the episode to land the plane. I guess is what they say. The right way to say it. I just want to fill in that hole. All right, and then next episode, I'll be digging the tunnel. That's probably a little bit sexier than well, I guess an obelisk. You can make a euphemism out of that too, right? It's I erected an obelisk. All right, well, I wanted to put some fence around, and I wanted to put the commemorative signs up. Do I have time for that now? I'd really like to. I think I have some time. I can go on for a little bit longer to complete for the sake of completion, to have the obelisk completely finished. I think I've talked enough about this problem, about that's kind of a major problem. The only solution to it that I can think of is that there must be some kind of reason. It must be worth it for some reason. There's some kind of a mechanism, some kind of for some reason perhaps there's an immense amount of value in the human experience without having the certainty that we would have if somebody from the spirit world was to make themselves obviously real to us. So with that certainty, perhaps the effect is perhaps we're more. I kind of want torches over here along the side of it, but then it's not going to align. It's going to be out of alignment with those torches. But maybe that doesn't really matter then. I guess I could just have torches along the sides. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this another torch would go up here. Right. Or let's see, where would that one go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That torch would go here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this torch would go here. Let's go with that for now. There's some villagers hanging out in the water. And I wanted to put signs. I only have one sign on me. Okay, that's going to have to happen next episode. I need another. I can just make a sign over here. Let's just make some spare signs. I got a crafting table here already anyways. It's alright. It doesn't hurt to have some spare signs. Because I'm going to need 2 signs up here. I'm trying to match the way that I did. Match the way that I did it in the other one. God damn it. I don't remember exactly how I wrote those in, exactly what was on those signs. All right, well, that's going to have to wait for the next episode, because I got to revisit the first Death Obelisk episode to see exactly how I wrote. I want to match the format of the signs from that obelisk. So I guess I'll just end the episode by just flying around for a little bit. See, I'm afraid if I put torches on the obelisk around, make a brim of torches around here, they're not going to line up right. And they're not going to line up right. So it's not going to look right from a distance. So that's why I'm just going to have the torches on the fence posts. Then maybe like one torch down here along the bottom. And even that torch isn't really going to align right, but it looks like something needs to go over here, right? Doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, but I'm going to save that for later. No, I'm not. I want to do it now. I want to do it now so I don't have to remember it, because I don't want to have to remember that stuff. It's going to take up a lot of precious mental space, which I don't have very much of to begin with. All right, there we go. That's all. That wasn't hard, right? That wasn't bad. Okay. All right, and that's it. I gotta call it a day now. So yeah, there's some solution. I mean, I have some ideas in mind for what the solutions to this problem might be. For why is it that, I mean, if we were to follow through with the thought experiment of considering the possibility that yes, there is just an immense amount of value in the human experience, in the uncertain experience of not really knowing for sure, not being able to take it for granted that yes, we're going to die and there's going to be an afterlife. Perhaps if we knew that for sure, that would fundamentally change the human experience, and we wouldn't gain as much value out of it anymore, and that's why the truth is repressed, is kept hidden from us by the iron wall. I really should have put my shield back on. Let's put my shield back on. It kept hidden from us by the iron wall effect. There's some kind of a supernatural force that's keeping the truth hidden from us, right? Because otherwise, other spirits, fellow spirits, your ancestors from the other side, they would want to grant you some kind of definitive confirmation, wouldn't they? And apparently some have tried, and people claim that they had corresponded. Oh, this tree has grown. Is that a big enough tree? It's pretty. I think it's sufficiently large. It's all right. They get bigger, but I don't want to get greedy about it. Like, look at this. Like, this tree is much bigger. I wish it was kind of like that. This tree only has like one. Well, it has 2 branches, but they're not very big. I guess that's big enough. I don't want to get carried away re-rolling the trees over and over. Or would it be worth it? I mean, I guess it could. It would. Maybe it would be worth it to re-roll it. It would be nice to have a slightly bigger tree here, wouldn't it? But then you never know. Maybe the next one will be even smaller. You'll get like one of those balloon trees or something. Anyways, that's really off topic. I'm trying to end the episode here. So yeah, I gotta revisit this topic. Perhaps in the next episode, I'm gonna revisit this topic. I gotta have something to talk about while I'm building the tunnel, right? So I'll talk about some of the solutions that I have in mind, some of the possible reasons why that might be the case. That yes, indeed, there is some iron wall mechanism that keeps the spirit world kind of the reality of the spirit world, that keeps that reality away from us, from our ability to verify it, to confirm it with certainty, beyond the shadow of doubt. So I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next episode. In today's episode, I have to call it a day. It's been long enough. I botched the outro already, talking way too long about nothing in particular. I already said everything I need to say. That's it. I gotta call it a day now. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Shadowlay, my fellows. Shadowlay.